I think we should do that.
I would love to. We're coming up with great ideas this one.
Shannon, write that one down.
I'm writing it down, and I'm just saying right now, I'm volunteering. I'll read the smut.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Allie. Allie, how are you?
I am feeling magical. Do you want to know why?
Oh,
Why?
Something magical happened this week. We had our first snow in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
it was really nice. I missed all of it, actually. I was stuck
I-
inside a truck.
I'm sorry for you. I drove out a little bit west to a little bit have a higher elevation in New Jersey so that I could see some actual snow sticking on the ground.
Ooh.
I also went to one of my favorite secret ice rinks that no one's ever at that I can get the whole session to myself. Love that for me. But because it's snowing, that means it's really the start of winter season. It's the start of, we're really getting ice skating, hockey, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of it. It's that time of year.
It's the holidays.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
winter. It's cozy. Put on a scarf, drink some hot chocolate.
I could start pouring Kahlua and everything and not feel guilty about it.
Yep.
Yep.
And I find that, obviously little kids really love this time of year. And at one of the rinks I skate at, I teach the little kids how to skate, specifically the 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, the littlest
Aw.
of the little kids whose like heads are so big that they can't really skate because if they look down at their feet, their heads like pull them down and they fall on the ice. And
Stop. It's so cute.
it's really cute. Oh, good thing they all wear helmets.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
But some of them are really funny on the ice because, they just have no inhibitions. They just do
Yeah.
whatever they want to do. They're short, they're small. When they fall down, it doesn't even hurt.
Yeah.
And some of them just kind of want to play around and they don't really want to skate.
Oh.
And there's this one girl, I was trying to get her to skate the other day and she could do it perfectly fine, but she just wasn't in the mood to. And at one point, after 45 minutes of our session, she's like, I want to go, drink some water or something. And I was like, okay, well, we're on this side of the ice. The door is all the way over there. How are you going to get there? She's probably 5 or 6 years old, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, how are you going to get there? And I'm trying to encourage her to show me her
Just-
skating so I can actually make her practice.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, show me how you're going to get to the door. And she's like, I can do it. And I was like, yeah, do it. And she proceeds to army crawl and roll across the ice
Oh my God.
to
I'm gonna cry.
the door.
All that way?
Yeah. And I
Damn.
was laughing so hard. And she goes, see? And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
If you're really committed to it, where there's a will, there's a way.
I respect the dedication to that. That's impressive.
I think she invented a new sport.
Yeah. A
I
really
love
slow
this
one,
kid.
but
And then she looks at me afterwards and goes, I'm kind of cold.
well,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yeah.
But it really inspired me to think that if you just commit to something,
Mm-hmm.
you can find a way to get it done. And I think that's what the boys have been doing this season.
Yeah.
And I think we should talk about it.
Let's flip it, talk about it, because this is Hot Girls Hockey, born in Jersey, our weekly opinions on the Devils. There's no facts here because we analyze by vibes. All right, Allie, you bring us into our red carpet report of this week.
I can. And at the top of this red carpet report, I can start by announcing that we have an exciting development. These
Oh.
pictures that I share with Sarah and Shannon so that we can judge the players' outfits, we are going to share with you. We finally figured out a way to do it.
I don't know
Yeah.
why we didn't think to do it.
I thought about it, but many thoughts passed through my mind.
Yeah.
We're getting it together.
We'll post them on TikTok and probably Twitter.
Yeah.
And then you can join along with us. So if you're listening to this, head on over to Hot Girls Hockey Pod on TikTok or Hot Girls Hockey _ on Twitter and look for the red carpet report images from this week.
Heck yeah. So let's talk about them because there's a lot going on. Like a lot.
And there's going to be a
besides the
surprise twist
mustaches.
ending.
Ooh,
Whoa.
okay.
Yeah.
I've avoided looking at them mostly.
Oh,
I
perfect.
spoiled myself for one.
We can start with the top, but I need your help real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Who is this man?
McDermott.
Okay, thank you.
I knew you were going to ask that. Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Honestly, I saw a picture of him the other day and I was like, oh, that's what he looks like. I don't know why. He was gone from my memory.
Yeah, I knew what he looked like. And then we have a lot of like white boys with beards this year. And his face has just been erased from my memory. But yeah, okay. So this is McDermott.
Yes.
Automatic mention on the honorary list because he's wearing a plum suit.
Ooh.
Nice.
Can we I don't know how, let's manifest this. I want the whole team to come out in plum suits. There's no way they all don't have at least one or a piece or something. Yes. I want to see it. I don't know what event,
like
what
a bunch of Professor Plums rolling up to the rink.
What would the event be that they all show up in plum suits?
My birthday.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
If they have to make it to the playoffs to be able to do that. But if they do, I think they should.
That would be
I like that.
So cool.
Do it. Devil's Admin, if you're listening to this.
Dougie Hamilton, if you're listening to this.
Dougie Hamilton, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my honorable mention for Curtis McDermott. I don't know if I've ever put him on this list before, so welcome.
There's also never been an honorable mention before, so it's a whole new category.
You know, Sarah, I was really going to go off the rails this week and instead of
the rails, it's fine.
Instead of ranking them, I was like, maybe I should start giving them scores, like grades, because the ranking system I'm feeling a little constrained by.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's fine. We can do something with what I've got, up till this point, and then we can do a whole separate thing. It'll work out.
We'll make an algorithm.
Yeah.
We'll crunch
figure it out. I'll do some devil's math. Yeah.
Well, these next couple of picks we've got are from the game they played against the Hurricanes. Now, this was an important game because it was Markstrom's 500th game.
Yeah.
We love that. This meant that all of the boys got these matching black t-shirts, like graphic tees with Markstrom's face and the letter or the number 500 game.
500
Marquee.
game. Marquee. I want one of these shirts so bad. They're so sick.
I wonder if they're selling them.
They better.
I've never thought to check, actually.
I like them a lot. Maybe they're auctioning them off the way they do with like the special jerseys.
Probably more likely.
But I was really excited about this because all of the boys wore these shirts, but they were still wearing their suits. So a bunch of them like walked in like holding their suit jackets open so you could see the shirt.
Which you get to see. I might be beating you to it.
You go ahead.
This beautiful lining.
Yes.
In all of these jackets.
Oh, yeah.
Normally we don't get to appreciate these details besides Nico's hidden 13.
And you know what I've realized thinking about this is that it's kind of, men's fashion. It can sometimes be a little bit boring and they hide the most interesting part on the inside. There's a metaphor there. I don't know what it is. Someone figure it out for me.
There's something there.
But
for sure.
Like, look at this. Look at this. We're looking at a picture of Brendan Dillon. And he's wearing a brown suit. And you know what is exciting about them like holding the jackets open? I can see exactly what brands they're all wearing.
Oh,
so I can actually see the labels for once.
Oh, I love
I don't know what it says.
Indochino is what his says.
I thought you were saying visit China into your phone. Now I know. I was like, you're going to China?
But this is a lovely warm brown, like chocolate brown suit with, it is very 70s. This colorful circular kind of like mosaic lining.
I love it. Like put it on the tie or make the jacket the lining.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be too interesting for men's fashion. But I like it. I like it. I also like this next jacket, which is being worn by Stefan Nason. If you're wondering how much I am suddenly struggling with face blindness, I did have to look up who this was beforehand. And he has a very unique face. I'm just struggling lately. I think it's because he's wearing a beanie and I can't see his head. And I normally identify him by his bald head.
That is fair. Yeah.
So anyway, Stefan Nason, big fan. He is wearing what I thought at first was a houndstooth jacket, but when I zoom in on it, it actually appears to be like this crisscross interlinking pattern.
Yeah. Kind of like a weave pattern.
Yeah.
Almost.
It looks like a basket.
Yeah.
Print.
It's like a zoomed in basket. It's nice.
Do you guys want to know what the name of this designer is?
If it's not basket, I'm going to be disappointed.
Well, prepare to be disappointed, Shannon.
What is it?
Gentleman's Playbook.
Ooh. What?
Doesn't that sound
Ew.
gross?
It
Yeah.
does. It's
That
just,
sounds
it's the word
really unpleasant.
gentleman.
Yeah.
Gentleman's
Blech.
playbook. Blech. That sounds like
It's one word
No
away.
thanks.
it sounds like something that would be evidence in a very unfortunate court case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jacket's fun. Print
Yeah,
is
Jacket
great.
is fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoever the designer is, reconsider your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2024. Get a better one. That one's
What are you
weird.
doing?
And next we have a lineup of 3 gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tomasz Tatar. His gray wool jacket. This whole time I had no idea had a royal blue lining. Look at that.
It's awesome.
It's lovely.
The contrast is awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Show me this more often.
They need to do like the thing when they walk in with the hands in the pocket, but it's unbuttoned so they could like flap it open.
Just do like a little,
So you
yeah.
could like see it. Like give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm voguing in the Zoom. Sorry.
I think we do need to just get to the point where we record the video with these episodes because Shannon is really a talk
Just
with
in
her
case.
hands
Yeah.
type person.
I can't help it.
Nico's suit, he's kind of being coy. He's kind of hiding the
Mhm.
lining. He's really accentuating Markstrom on the shirt.
That's true.
We
Yeah.
appreciate that. But the reason I included this photo here is because Timo Meyer
Timo
Yes.
in the Merlot suit, the
He
sister
is, yeah.
of the plum suit.
They all have a suit. They could do this. They could do this
They
Plum
could.
Merlot suit night.
Yeah, either
thing.
one. Plum or Merlot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's both acceptable for this birthday, shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just love how Timo has the jacket off. He's like, I'm not wearing a suit jacket with a t-shirt because that's wrong. So I have to hold it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing this weird shit holding my like jacket open like Superman. I'm just gonna take the
Yeah.
jacket off like a normal person. So anyway, I just thought, I'm not putting any of these on like the best dressed or like, because it's really about the t-shirt that they're wearing. But I thought it was just
Right.
fun that we get to see these details that we don't normally see.
Yeah.
Now let's get into actual rankings.
Okay. Ooh.
Right? I thought I had the same thought.
Who
Mhm.
is the next photo?
This is Markstrom.
Showing up to his 500th game in another beautiful black
Mhm.
satin double-breasted suit.
That's real nice.
The tie is Givenchy, so I assume the suit is as well.
It's lovely.
It's so well fitted.
I love
I-
the double-breasted ones. He keeps doing this for us. It's nice.
The way it's actually tailored at the waist.
Yeah.
Love it.
Mhm. I also appreciate how he is not wearing his own t-shirt, which I think is funny, which makes me believe that all the devils, like somebody printed them out. It's like, okay, we have to wear this, but like, don't tell him.
Yeah.
Just too embarrassing.
Feels very much like a surprise.
I know it didn't happen like that, but it feels like it happened. really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, everyone shows up with it wearing his face and he's just showing up like locked in, ready to make a merger
Mhm.
deal at the office.
I would agree to it. He looks fine in that suit.
This is a perfect
Yeah.
suit and it would have been number 1.
The look that Shannon and I both just had, I swear.
But
Would have been.
Stop. I scrolled down.
would you please scroll
Oh.
to the next picture?
Okay.
It's not
fair
that
enough.
one, but yeah,
Obviously.
Oh,
Best number 1, most fashionable icons of the week and a half. I don't know how long ago it's been since we recorded.
a chunk.
Winner of the red carpet report this week is every single one of the New Jersey Devils moms.
Yeah.
They did their mom's week thing this week and they got all of the girls matching like ivory Devils jackets. And they took this group photo and they look so freaking cute. My personal favorite, like the diva that my
Mhm.
eye immediately goes to is Johnny Kovacevich's mother. She's like the one right here in the middle with like the kind of reddish short hair, staring the camera directly down.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like she kind of stole this photo.
Yeah.
She's standing right next to Ellen Hughes. And honestly, I'm like, I don't even see her. I'm looking at Mrs. Kovacevich.
She's
Crushing it. But I love it. They all look like queens. They're gorgeous. They're beautiful. They get best of the week.
All right.
I'm always going to pick the girl. What can we say?
Yeah.
I
think
can't
that's fair.
disagree. I wish I didn't spoil it, but I'm so
Yeah, I had to look
Excited
once you
to
said
talk
it.
about the next photo.
Oh my
Before we
God.
do,
Dying. Okay.
second place
Okay.
obviously goes to Jacob Markstrom.
Yes.
Okay. Markstrom's been killing it.
I know.
He
It's
really
like almost
has
3
been,
weeks
yeah.
in a row.
Yeah, the man's got a good closet. And you know,
Yeah.
each time that he's been robbed of first place, it's been when I wanted to do something deranged and not for a good reason.
That's fair. It has.
All right. So obviously we have to get to like a last place.
I fucking love this picture. This is first place for me. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Can you please describe it to the people then, Shannon?
Okay. This is Eric Holla in my favorite bad jacket with a gray beanie. I don't even know what he's eating. Is that just a full baguette? That's a full
just bread.
He just has a full baguette in one hand, and in the other, he clearly ripped off the ends like the child in the grocery store that can't wait to get out of the store. It's like, Mom, I want to eat it now. And behind him is Nico Heischer in similar fashion, but with a massive chocolate chip cookie with drizzle on it. But I love how Nico he knows his picture's being taken. He's covering his mouth with a cookie, and he's not, he's like, you're not going to get me mid-bite.
He's being polite
like Eric
here.
Holla.
Yeah.
I love this photo.
10 out of 10, a great photo.
That's
And
hilarious.
another, I don't know if that water bottle's empty or not, but just holding the empty water bottle with the baguette in the same hand.
Yeah.
0 out
That's
of 10. I still hate this fuck ass
hate
Bruno
that jacket.
Cucinelli jacket. At least he
It
buttoned the whole
looks-
thing up this time.
True. It looks like metallic in this light, I think, because it like looks like it was taken with like flash, like really close up to them.
Yeah.
So it looks like he is super shiny and his eyes are piercing through this photo to stab me. They are so blue.
I love it. I love everything that's
Love it.
happening.
Yeah, it's great.
There are 2 crimes being committed in this photo. First is Eric Holla wearing this jacket.
Yeah.
Second is Eric Holla with this baguette. That's a personal crime against me as a celiac. Stop taunting me with breads I can't eat, sir.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Also, something that's just like kind of funny to realize, Nico is perfectly hiding his mustache with the cookie.
Shannon, you're the only one who doesn't like the mustache.
I know. It's just,
You know what? 3rd place goes to Nico's mustache.
Just 3rd place. Wow.
that mustache has gotten multiple points.
Yeah. I was
I'm,
looking
like,
at the stats
pretty
earlier.
sure.
It came in first couple episodes ago. First. Just the mustache,
I
not
don't
Nico.
know. Do I go like, is this kind of deranged week, Sarah,
my
where I
God.
use
I
my
don't know.
veto on Nico's
Is this the
mustache?
deranged kind of week where we do that?
I'm gonna
Leave
I don't
wait.
my
know.
boy
I'm gonna
alone.
wait. I'm gonna wait.
I feel like it could just only get more deranged from here. Is the
I know.
problem. She's already doing insane stuff.
Like putting
We're
Shesterkin
only
on the
a few.
list.
Exactly. Giving Shesterkin first. It can get weirder.
But like, I
We don't know.
loved what he was wearing.
I mean, same,
Ooh.
but
All right. Well, thank you, Allie.
Thank you for joining me. I look forward once again next week to inflicting mental damage on you with this list.
Mhm. And now everybody else too. So, because they can all see it.
Sarah, what is our weekly update?
Well, guys,
Is it
nothing
happening
has changed
again?
all that much. We are back at the top of the Metropolitan Division.
Hell yeah.
Not that we had fallen that far from it,
Oh.
but we are 14, 7-2 with 30 points,
I'm so excited.
placing us tied for second overall again, still with the Minnesota Wild.
Wow.
Who is this team?
I think we have to just face the fact that like they're good. They're actually they might be good this time.
Are the New Jersey Devils actually good?
Of course, now that I say this, they're gonna like go on a losing streak, of course, because I'm putting this out into the universe. But
No, we have
I don't
this.
know, guys.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
am so excited. When I watch the games, I have confidence
Yeah.
as a fan.
Yeah.
You can't take that away.
Well,
they have to.
They
well,
have before,
It's true.
but
I just,
I'm hoping.
I'm so excited. I'm trying to contain it. Like I feel like I'm like giddy. Like I'm gonna scream.
Can we also just like looking at this top of the NHL lineup right now? Can we just say, was there anyone out there predicting that this far into the season? Because let's be honest, most of the teams now have played more than 20 games, right? So
Yeah.
it's not the beginning of the season anymore. You know, we're moving through.
We're a
cruising
quarter of the way
along.
through.
And the leaders in the league are the Winnipeg Jets, the Minnesota Wild, and the New Jersey Devils.
Right? Who in the world would have guessed that?
That's why I don't gamble. I would have lost.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop me. I still lose. It's fine. I don't know why I put this in a different category. I meant to put this up in our segment of the weekly update. But It's a few days beforehand, but when this actually comes out, probably will be closer to Thanksgiving. So it's basically the unofficial mark for whether or not teams are going to make the playoffs or not.
Yes. I was thinking about that.
So who will it be if the playoffs started today? If the people who are in playoff spots now actually made it, there's a little chart that is on another page. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a little diagram that shows us what our matchups would be for the first round of the playoffs.
How are we playing the Bruins
today?
They'd be the wild card team.
Wild card too.
I feel confident.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's make
I feel
this
like
happen.
That's a good chance.
Yeah.
There,
yeah.
you know,
the Bruins have been having the goaltending woes this year, which is really that's a team that keeps you on your toes in terms of what to expect. Yeah, huh? So this would be if it was to start today, Devils versus Bruins, Canes versus Capitals. I think the Canes would probably take that.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
And previously I would have said then if Canes and Devils advance to the next round, Canes Devils, oof. I mean that's who
scares you.
That was the second round. Last time they went to the playoffs, and we know how that went.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know.
We'll talk about it because they met the Canes this week.
Thank you for including this diagram, Sarah. This is not what I was expecting at all.
No, and it's super interesting. You can see like how stacked the Metro division is.
Yeah.
But then if you look up at the Atlantic one, Buffalo.
Who
in the world would have expected Buffalo to not even be a wild card spot? Wow. They're just chilling in third.
Good for them.
The difference in competition between those.
Yeah.
Kind of wacky.
I feel like this also kind of reflects how sometimes it's a combination of the coach and the team and fitting each other. Because something that's been, discussed more recently is how Sheldon Keefe seems to be making some really positive changes for the Devils. Mm-hmm. And people are apprehensive about him because he didn't necessarily have the most perfect record with Toronto, but the Devils are different players. They're a different team. And so far, I think it seems to be working. And so maybe Lindy Ruff and the Buffalo Sabres are just peas in a pod.
Yep.
They're just meant to be. And good for you, Buffalo. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They seem to like him there. So
yeah,
have fun. Mm-hmm. Some other things that happened for us this week, as we talked about, was Markstrom's 500th career game.
Woo.
It was also Jake Allen's 200th win this week.
Oh my gosh.
We got some seasoned goalies, guys.
Yeah.
Double woos. I love it.
Double woos for them. Other things that happened in the NHL and beyond. Connor McDavid reached 1,000 points, became the 99th player to do so.
Why are we even counting that anymore? 99th, come on.
Like a lot of them, yeah.
There's a lot of people on that list.
They'll stop counting after 100.
I was just going to say, whoever's the 100th to reach 1,000, I think that's fun.
And it doesn't matter, yeah. Alex Ovechkin is tied for league leader in goals with 15. He is 27 goals short of the record. However, he has been placed on injured reserve because he has a broken fibula.
I saw that.
You guys think that Gretzky Tanya Hardinged him?
Probably.
Whoa.
I'm just saying the drama of it.
Straight to the fibula.
It's really good.
I said this last season on the podcast that I don't think Ovechkin will ever take Gretzky's record because I think a bolt of lightning will strike him down before he scores that final goal.
Seems like that's what's happening. The Bruins fired their coach, Jim Montgomery. And I wondered if coaching was really the problem here. In his first season with the Bruins, it was their record-breaking season where they had the 65 wins 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He was the Jack Adams winner that year, and then they fired him this year. In just 184 games, they lost only 41 times in regulation. I guess that was grounds for firing. But he's already been hired. Again, it's been 5 days. He's been hired by the St. Louis Blues. So
wow.
Maybe St. Louis got a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this Bruins crash out will be studied for weeks and months to come.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's fascinating.
Sidney Crosby also hit the 600 goal mark. Yay for him.
Woo. Yay.
The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was the PWHL has been in the news lately for their new no escape rule that they're going to be starting this year. So basically what this means is that the lineup that is out on the ice when a penalty is committed has to start the penalty kill. Instead of sending out a penalty kill team, you keep the people who are on the ice who committed the penalty until you can, make a shift change.
How long do you have to wait
I'm not
like
sure.
a
I'm not sure, actually. I
okay?
didn't see anybody talking about that, but I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on what do you think of that?
It's kind of like a think about what you've done.
Yeah.
Right.
Sit on the
I
ice.
feel like
That's interesting because I guess in theory, like if you know,
I guess what I'm trying to figure out is what they're trying to prevent or get around by including this rule, by putting up another line out. Like, is it a strategy thing that they're trying to
are they
stop, or I don't know. Besides, you're tiring out the players.
Because I guess in theory, you're trying to discourage unnecessary penalties.
Right.
If it's not your penalty kill unit that's out there playing.
I feel conflicted. Like, I get it. But if they did that, like in the NHL, I feel like it would be an uproar and the reffing would be under way more scrutiny.
A lot of people are
think
really
about the crazy calls we get all the time.
Yeah. A lot of people are, I saw are actually fans of it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you. I think it's conflicting. Like, cause it seems fun, right? It seems like like you were saying, like a think about what you've done kind of situation.
Yeah.
But I was listening to the Too Many Men podcast, and I think they were talking about how it was likely coming from a place of like trying to get the power play to perform a little bit better, because I guess there wasn't a lot of power play scoring happening last season. So because you're not sending your best out there for a penalty kill, in theory, those who are on the power play will have a better chance of scoring, because you're probably going to be starting your penalty kill with like 3 forwards and like 1 defenseman, basically.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I think it could be fun, but is it a good rule for you if you're committing a penalty? No, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm conflicted.
Me too. But it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, I think.
Yeah, and like the stats that result from it, like if it's benefiting the league or not. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
No escape. You're trapped on this ice.
Yeah.
I think I like it just for that, actually.
I do like the name.
Yeah. I like the drama of
it's
no escape.
Threatening. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're locking you out there.
Mm-hmm.
You live here now. Army crawl your way off. Let's get into it.
Yep.
All right. So before we get into it, the Devils are super hot and we're hot. And I'm pretty sure you're a listener, right? So you're obviously hot. So do you know what's hot? Saving money. So if you want an excuse to dress up out on the town and show your best at a Devils game, use our discount Hot Girls Hockey for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Because we're all fucking hot. Let's get real here. Let's go show the world. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Panthers.
Let's talk about
my other favorite hockey team, the Florida Panthers. When we last left this podcast.
Since when?
Since 30 seconds ago, when I decided to make things a little interesting.
Okay.
Since they made me $80 on a bet by winning the Stanley Cup.
Wow.
Thank you, Matthew Tkachuk.
There you go.
When we last recorded this podcast, we, talked about the excitement of them beating the Panthers after we honestly, I expected them to be crushed.
Yeah.
But it was a close game. Yeah, it really could have gone the other way. And it was an aggressive game. And we really, we talked about how we didn't know how this next game was going to go. And I really expected it to be like a knockdown, drag out brawl after the first game. Mm-hmm. And tell me how it went. How did it go?
I mean, it was a knockout, but just in the other direction.
Yes. When I thought, I was like, I'm satisfied with the 1. I don't need 2.
Right.
I needed the 2 to beat the Panthers back to back. Oh, I'm sure this is the game that Keefe is going to reference like every time he talks about how we need to be in a game for the future. And just, I know recently he was talking about, it's like, we kind of figured out the chemistry. Now we have to be consistent. And if this is the consistency that we can stay at, we're going to be amazing because we dominated the play. We had great defense. We had incredible saves. We capitalized on power plays. We fended off penalty kills. We drew penalties, won fights, and ended on the perfect note of an empty net hat trick for Jesper Bratt. Sarah, you got to bring me into all these details.
This is like a heart-pounding,
So good.
delicious dessert of a game.
It truly was. And this was the game of special teams. Like you were saying, the power play and the penalty kill were rock solid in this game. They got 3 out of 4 of their power plays and 4 out of 4 of their kills. At least that's at that point when I had written it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was in the end, but still.
It's amazing.
They were succeeding on every level that they could in this entire game. And the coolest thing about it was that in both the first and the second period, there was a goal from Jesper Bratt and Stefan Nason with like 10 seconds left in the period.
Yes.
It was so cool.
Yeah, and it was one of those games too where, you look at the score and you see that it ends 6-2 in the Devils' favor, and you would think that that's like a complete runaway game.
Right.
But like you're saying, it's really not. They tied, the Panthers tied it up twice. Devils score, Boquist ties it up.
He gets his obligatory former Devil goal.
Everyone gets one. Can't wait for it to be Brendan Smith.
Me too.
Yeah. He's the only one allowed.
Yeah.
Jesper Bratt scores. Reinhart ties it up. And you're like sitting there on the edge of your seat. They're going back and forth. And what's different is that the Devils not only stuck with it, but they got better and were able to take it away as the game went along.
You know what? Maybe they just need like the warmth of Florida. Like maybe they just thrive in warmer climates. I don't know.
Maybe they're Florida men.
Their Jersey is part of Florida.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just kind of meant to be.
Jersey explants do go to Florida.
They should let them like play down at the shore. They should like build, like they should do like some little fun summery games down at the beach. That'd be fun. Wouldn't make any sense, but I think they'd enjoy it.
We could put an ice rink somewhere in Asbury Park.
Yeah, I'm sure there's room.
Yeah, where the old carousel is. They're not using that thing.
Yeah.
I just love this game. I was like, this is like, if we continue to perform and like reach this level, like you said, Sarah, we were improving. I was so excited. And it was just so fun to watch us frustrate the Panthers. Because I usually think of the Panthers, I'm like, they're a nasty team. They know how to upset the other team.
Oh, yeah.
But it was so much fun watching this get flipped and just watching the Devils upset them. I was like, ooh, who are we?
Well, and this kind of brings
We're
me
aggressive.
to this one note that that Sarah has here about the Devils' aggression. The Devils are being an aggressive team. The New Jersey Devils.
Yeah. Known for not fighting. They're being very aggressive.
I think it was this game. I think Dano said it, but at this point we had like 10 fights and we had the most fights in the league.
Yep.
I was like, oh, stop.
I know.
The Devils? Yeah, right. Could you imagine if I made that bet in the beginning of the season?
Hell no. But it's true. Like Dylan was like not letting anybody touch any one of his teammates without him trying to fight them.
And that's the energy that we need. And that's how I love to like adding Brendan Dillon and like Brett Pesce for bring this more aggressive element to the defense, because Jonas Siegenthaler, love him. I just don't think it's ever going to be that guy. Like that's just not how he plays.
He's not a fighting guy.
That's fine. That's fine. Now we've got guys to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll get to it.
We'll
His
get to
partner.
it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's so good. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I love these games. Except the next game.
Forget about that. Just think about the beautiful Bratt trick. And can we talk about how his hat trick? He scored one of each goal. Even strength, power play, and shorty.
Yes.
That's just beautiful. That's a little cherry on top of this
poetic.
perfect cake.
Well,
I guess there is that phrase for a reason. He is the best player in the NHL, I guess.
Are we ready to talk about the next game?
I'm ready to pretend the next game didn't happen. So let's get through it.
Okay. I have some unhinged feelings about this game.
Yeah, what's that first one there?
So the commentators are talking about how there was 3 birthdays within like the week that they were down there in Florida. And I was like, oh, that's so interesting. And I was like, But then I realized I like had to look up what's the horoscope for this time of the year.
Yeah.
And that means that was 3 Scorpios out there. And like, I don't know anything about the stars, but Just saying that there's 3 Scorpios on the ice tells me it's not going to be a good time. I don't know.
We're doing devil's astrology again.
Yep.
But I was like, that's bad devil's math out there. So
Yeah.
I felt like the game was doomed from the beginning when he mentioned the 3 birthdays.
Too many Scorpios on the ice.
I love that it says scorpion in the document too. So it says bad scorpion math.
It's bad Scorpion.
And I love that.
This is a
I'm also
quality
bad
podcast.
scorpion.
Somewhere out there, 32 Thoughts is writing like an insightful.
Yeah, they're like doing proper research on things. And here we are talking about scorpion math.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, I don't know. The Scorpions, they lost their sting. The Devils.
Yeah, they did.
This was the complete opposite of the prior game. The Devils were completely overwhelmed by the Bolts' aggression, like right out the gate.
Mhm.
Yes, they were.
And that's just how Lightning is. You know, if we want to keep the astrology up, is Zeus? Is this kind of tangent? You know, lightning bolts.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah, it ties in. I don't know anything about astrology.
Me neither.
My point is that the Lightning did not let up the pressure,
No.
and
did not.
the Devils were slowly crushed beneath it.
Thanks for your correction, Sarah. I did mention I could feel the wind knocked out of our sails. Like we let up the first goal, and I felt like it had been a while since we gave up the first goal, but that might not be true.
Yeah, I've been silently keeping track of this stat this entire time.
Oh,
Just because there's nobody else there to do it anymore.
thank you, Sarah.
So there have been 11 times so far.
Okay.
I want to see this document that you keep all this random devil's math in, Sarah.
It's scattered all over the place. This one has its own separate note.
Ooh.
Of those 11 that we have given up the first goal in, we've won 6 of those games and lost 5. So
Okay.
You know what? I'll take that.
You never
now.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. I just felt like the first 2 periods, I do think we put up a great effort. I just don't think we were ready.
Yeah, I would say at the start I thought they played okay, and then I think they got worn out, which it led to openings for Tampa to score. In the first period, I thought they were trying to put up a fight. I have to be honest, and that was partly because Brett Pesce rocks,
Yeah.
and Markstrom kept them in it. I really thought Pesce like kept the defense locked in and kept them, like you were saying, kept them alive. By the end, though, this kind of reminded me of the last season Devils, where you could see the light leave their eyes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they just wanted to get this shit over with.
Yeah.
I literally wrote, I was like, this is the first time we looked disheartened at the end of the game since the start of the season, I feel like. And that was hard to watch.
Was there a moment for you guys where you felt like it all fell apart?
I have a moment.
Oh,
but
tell
I
me about
liked this moment. I had 2 moments.
Interesting.
My first favorite moment where I'm like, we're not coming back from whatever the hell is going on out there was when Jack got the call for unsportsmanlike conduct. And I was like, what? I watched that. No, we didn't. Like, what? It was just, I felt like we were just putting Jack in the box to put him in the box. It was weird.
Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, it was Luke Hughes at the very end when he had a little tantrum moment and he knocked the net.
Oh, yeah.
He had a
off
mentee bee. Yeah, I think
off its footings. And I was like, Luke, I know we're so down, but like, I believe
Why, man?
that, Nico could still break his record of, what was it, 10, 12 seconds apart goals? Like, let's try.
You know what's really funny about that is, this game was bad. The Devils lost. They were shut out. They didn't do their best. But as I was watching this game unravel and fall apart, I remember saying out loud, like, if you're going to be bad, you might as well be entertaining. And this was honestly just a boring, slow loss. And right as I decided to turn it off, and I was like, just entertain me, whatever. The game's falling apart. Do something wacky. Do something interesting. And as soon as I decided to turn it off, they did some wacky shit. And the game ended with Luke throwing his stick and scoring an own goal.
What?
Well, he didn't actually score it. They credit it to Tampa because it would have scored had he not thrown his stick at the guy.
Yeah. That was
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Wacky.
It was. I appreciated the effort, which I think immediately after is when he threw the net. He was like,
I think that's what
and then he
triggered
like
the
picked up
Menti
the
B.
net for some reason. Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
end the play.
Yep.
I mean, for what it's worth, that would have caused me to crash out too. I would have been like, flipping the net, get me out of here, put me on a plane.
Yep.
But it's not even an interesting loss. They got shut out. It sucked.
What is it with them getting shut out? Their last like 3 losses have all been shutouts.
It's weird.
Yeah, they're either on or off.
Yeah. If they score, they don't lose. So I guess that's good. I don't know.
We need to win to score.
No, you do need to score to win. So it's good, I guess.
This is like really a motivational speech for the Devils. Guys,
It sure
we need to
is.
win. We need to score. And you know what? They did it.
They sure did. Next time.
Yes, they did. Because
they played the Hurricanes on the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
There was some magic in the air. Markstrom's 500th game.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of time from the last game to this one. Helped them kind of rest a little bit.
Maybe 4 days is the perfect amount of days.
Might have been.
And you know, this was a home game, wasn't it?
I don't know, because my only note about this game was I'm no longer on vacation or by choice. So I missed this game. I was working.
So
I was so mad.
I think this was a home game. They came back like briefly and then they went on the road again.
Yes.
And you know, we talked about how the Devils are a road team, and I didn't know. I didn't want to get too hopeful. They played the Canes at home and they won. And I think the credit goes to their mommies.
Yeah, I think so.
You can't not play well in front of your mom. You got to show her your skills, you know?
Yeah. And they did. They gave him a good little performance.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I love the score of this game. This was a 4-2 win for us.
How did they get there? Tell me about it.
Well, they gave up the first goal.
That's how they start there. Yeah.
But like I said before, they have won 6 out of the 11 games where they've given up the first goal. This one included, obviously.
Okay.
And there is something delicious being cooked up by the Palat Hughes Brat line. Even though I don't like peanut butter, there's something delicious happening there because Palat stopped a turnover at one point after Jack had attempted a shot, right? He sends it back to Jack, who deflects it to Brat, just scores. It was lovely.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I that's honestly my only note on this game. I mean, there's plenty of things you could talk about, but I think the highlight, what really won the game for them, the standout thing was this line. It's so good. Their chemistry works. I
would have never guessed. Would have never put that together in my mind.
This is like a conversation I remember us having on and off the podcast for like months now. Like, who is the third person that you put with Jack and Brad?
Jesper. Yep.
Like, how do you make this line work? And I think that's what so much of the shuffling last season was about. Besides also like try to compensate for injuries. But like, who is it? Who do you need to put on Jack's wing to make this shit work? And it was freaking Andre Palat all
The answer
along.
was,
I had no idea.
Not me.
Sheldon Keefe. That's who. That's why he's the coach and we are not.
Yes.
That's the only reason why we are not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, they would hire us, except they were like, no, they wouldn't have put Palat there. And therefore, we cannot hire them.
Exactly.
We would have done some wacky shit. Like,
I would have put Paul Cotter there just to see what it would be like.
I would have put Jack on defense and Luke in net and really just
that's right, Luke in net. Yep.
Really just
shuffle it around
and then made Nico play every other position and just
okay.
I think
at the same time.
Yep. He could do it.
Yeah. If anyone can. We had the opposite of a former Devils revenge goal in this game.
Ooh.
Stefan Nason scored one on his former team.
Hell yeah.
Which was lovely to see since we had, had the opposite happen just before that.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to start scoring a couple more revenge goals of our own. I knew the exact moment the Devils were going to win this game.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling.
Oh.
When was that moment?
It was when the Hurricanes took 2 penalties with less than 2 minutes left in the first period, which meant the Devils were set up for the second to start the second 5-on-3.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, at this momentum, they're gonna snowball this into it, and they're gonna plow the Hurricanes right over. I just see this vision.
You saw it.
Yeah,
they sure did. Yeah,
You're right.
You know what? I fell asleep actually, so I didn't get to see the second period. So I was gonna give you guys notes on what happened with that power play, and then I realized
that was Mason's.
That was when he's okay. Mm-hmm. I realized I fell asleep during the second period, and I woke up in the third.
I don't know.
I fell asleep. I think you're right. I think that was when Nathan scored. I fell asleep right after they scored that goal, and they were winning, and I was like, nice. And then I woke up to see that the Hurricanes had tied it back up, or had closed the gap at least, and I was like, oh no.
I was still stuck in a truck at this point, so I didn't get to see any of it.
Anyway, my final note is that this is not a game that the team would have won last year. They would have lost it embarrassingly.
Oh, completely. Yeah.
I agree.
I'm still like scared of the Hurricanes just because of how badly they've been able to slap the Devils around in the past. So,
yes.
But it gives me a little bit of optimism seeing how this went.
Mm-hmm.
They just need their moms to come to every single game when they play the Hurricanes.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. Because were they at the next game?
They were.
Oh, because this was another game that I wasn't sure about.
Another team that I'm scared of because of how they can slap the Devils around.
Mm-hmm. Are we ready to talk about it?
I think so.
I'm ready to talk about it.
Because this one was fun for me. I recorded it, so I got to watch it this morning when I did my workout routine. It's a great game. I can't believe I didn't spoil it for myself.
It got spoiled for me while I was watching it. Yet somehow you were able to avoid that.
The Devils Pro app has been rough with that lately.
It really is, especially because the Gotham app is so garbage. It's like 2 minutes behind solidly every time.
Yeah, I think the biggest note, which I had no idea until you told me, Sarah, in the weekly update, was about Ovechkin. About this game.
And he's out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely previously been part of because we've talked about this with the Capitals. The Capitals are a good team, but they're not the best team in the league. Like the Hurricanes are a strong team. They always give the Devils a run for their money. The Rangers Devils is usually a good matchup. But the Capitals are one of those teams that even if they're struggling, they always seem to just find a way to foil the Devils. Yeah. Like there's just something about the Capitals, and I think Ovechkin is part of that, and part of like how he kind of like just like smartly gets in their way.
Yes,
but earlier in the season when he was still there, he was the one who put up the best fight against them, and the Devils they lost one and won the other. Right? Am I making this up? So it was a mixed bag already. Yeah. So I was interested to see how they would hold up against a Capitals team without Ovechkin.
Can you take me through this, Sarah?
Well, it started off on a very close call where Jake Allen almost scored an own goal on himself.
That was hard to watch.
It's fine. He didn't. It was close. He was trying to just pass it backwards to them as they were coming around the back of the net, and it kind of it hit the post. It almost went right into the net.
Oops.
But it's fine. It didn't happen. Not on that opportunity. Not on that shot, but later on in this game, Brett Pesce has been bailing them out of close call after close call, just using his body as a shield.
Yeah.
Constantly. And it's like we were talking about earlier. It's just the defense that we've gotten. These guys who are willing to like do these physical things for this team that we didn't have in the past. I'm loving it.
Brian Pesce would be proud of him.
He sure would.
Literally made a note last game that I felt like the Devils were just constantly diving and sliding across the ice.
They are. And ever since that video of the girl who like compiled all of the Devils like falling, I notice it so much more now. Oh my God. They fall all the time for no reason.
I really do.
Honestly, I never really noticed how bad it was.
So the reason I've noticed, the reason why they do that is because they all really try to get on a deep edge on their skates. And that's kind of like part of it's part of their strength, part of why they're so swift and like nimble and able to like get in and out of corners quickly, which is one of Jesper Bratt's best skills. I mean, everyone talks about how he's an excellent skater, and you don't see him fall as often because he just genuinely has really good edge control when he skates.
Yeah.
Jack Hughes, not so much.
Well,
but he goes for it. He goes for it.
Yeah.
And
I
he just-
appreciate
He's
it.
not afraid to take
and he
the
falls
hit.
down. And
Yeah.
I wonder if some of this is a little bit of like a Jesper Bratt influence, that he's doing these
Maybe.
fancy little moves and everyone
Yeah.
just kind of starts
They
picking
wanna
up on
try
it,
and
but
be
not
like
everyone
him.
has his, his almost like figure skating style
Yeah.
of moves.
Yeah.
Brendan Dillon got his first Devils goal in this game too.
I didn't realize he hadn't gotten one yet.
Yeah, me
Same.
neither. Because he's been doing so much otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, a lot
Exactly.
of assists, a lot of fights, but
He's been so
First
impactful.
goal.
I need Brendan Dillon to get a hat trick, and then he can show us all his hats, like his hat
Ooh.
collection
Yeah.
to celebrate.
If he gets a
Mhm.
hat trick, he better show up with 3 hats on the red carpet.
That would be hilarious.
that would be so funny.
Yeah, I only had one note for this game because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But Nico got a call for unsportsmanlike conduct. I was like, Nico,
What was he doing?
of all people, he was just talking shit to the other player who was talking shit back to him. He didn't
Yep.
like start a fight or anything.
Do you
and it
think he was cursing them out?
Oh,
He's
he was mad.
probably
yeah.
used a naughty word.
might have.
Probably. And the ref was just like, no,
You're in
not
trouble,
that
Nico.
word. But it was just hysterical because when they were in the box, they were still going at it for like a full minute, like
Mhm.
still talking to each other. And I was like, I don't even know if you guys could hear each other. Like, what the heck happened out there? You need to learn how to read lips.
And possibly German, depending on who he's arguing with.
That's fair.
I just thought that was so funny. In the last 2 games, Jack and Nico. Jack and Nico.
I know.
Nico, of all people, in front of his mom.
In front of his mom.
Yeah.
This is really funny too, because this is after, I think, the interview they had with his mom.
It
Where-
is. Yeah.
They were asking about Nico and like, what it's like being his mom, his best qualities. And she talks about how he's so calm and like welcoming and friendly with everyone.
Yeah.
He goes and pulls an unsportsmanlike
Yep.
conduct.
Incredible.
That's so funny. I love that.
Oh.
Such baby child energy there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I love this other note. Kovacevic gets into a fight.
Oh yeah. During a practice in the interim between their games, I forget when, McDermott was giving Kovacevic some like fighting tips. So like there were
Yes.
pictures of them at practice where it looked like they were fighting each other, but it was just McDermott trying to show him like, here's how you do this a little bit better.
Mhm.
So I guess his pointers helped a little bit. I don't think it was the best fight in the world, but it probably helped, right?
Hey,
I think
I
it
like
did.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, and something else about this game. One of the most exciting moments to me, Dougie Hamilton scoring one of his classic power play goals.
Mm-hmm.
The Devils are so back, and they are going to be
Yes.
trouble again this season because
Yes.
Jack and Bratt are at the top of their game.
They're
Mhm.
cooking some sandwiches.
Dougie Hamilton is scoring again.
Mhm.
We're so back.
Mhm.
I think the power play struggled last year, and I was fighting with people, mostly in my head, many of them made of straw, about, about how Dougie was an asset to the power play
Yes.
Yeah.
that was sorely lacking last year. And I've
Mhm.
seen some people argue this season that he's not quite himself or whatever. He's not contributing to defense as much as he could. I don't care. Dougie
Here it
Hamilton
is, though.
is here to be the defenseman who pulls through on the power play.
Yep.
We have other boys to be the aggressive defensemen,
Exactly.
and we've got room for everyone now. We've got everyone playing a role, and I genuinely think there's a direct correlation between Dougie Hamilton scoring on power plays and the Devils making it to the playoffs. We could in a graph, we could chart it.
I'm sure we could.
We could get the Y, the X axis, and the curve, and it'll take us all the way to the Stanley Cup.
Wow. I feel like I'm in
Even
class.
more Devils math. I totally agree with you, though. I think there is something there. There is absolutely a reason why they are looking better this time.
Oh, yes. I also think a big part of that is our goaltending.
True.
Obviously. In the third period of this game, I just noted, I was like, Jake Allen, he gave us this win.
Yeah, it's a massive saves. Mhm.
Like it was just even Markstrom and the other games and like the way that they are playing their roles, they're doing what we need them to do. And I'm
Yeah.
grateful. Thank you for the good goaltending,
Mhm.
Jake Allen and Markstrom. I can't thank you enough. Because I think it's been giving us that confidence and like you're saying, Allie. Everyone has a role to play. And instead of everyone trying to achieve everything, it's just we're finally becoming balanced and finding that chemistry. So nobody wears themselves out and you know who you can rely on where.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
think
so satisfying to
that
watch.
was something Luke has been playing with Pesci, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that, I think he was saying that in his interview that he feels like they have a chemistry and he just kind of knows where Pesci is without having to look for him because they've developed a pattern. And I'm like, wow, this is what we used to pray for times
together.
like these.
Yeah.
The recipe, it's cooking.
It's delicious.
This game ended on what would have been an empty net for Dawson Mercer, but the horn came right before it.
He deserved it.
Unfortunate, but
No filet dessert for
no
Dawson.
filet dessert for Dawson. Taking another 2 points from Metro Division leaders.
Yes. I had the same thought. I was like not afraid to look at the standings. I'm like, this is exciting. Allie's killing something, I think.
Sorry, there's like a wasp or something. This is not even the right time of year for that.
No.
Yeah, there's just a straight up wasp Allie killed over there. I'm glad she killed it.
Should I be worried about that?
I don't hear buzzing anywhere else, so I think you're okay.
They're probably living in my walls.
You
I
know,
hope not.
I'm not allergic, so.
that's great.
Well,
I've never been stung, so I don't know.
Oh, I've been stung by almost every bug that can sting you in this fine land.
Yeah, I've never been stung by it.
you have never been stung?
Nope.
Dude.
I don't know how. We even kept bees.
One time,
It was weird.
I stepped on a bee and got stung by it, and my foot swelled up so much that the top layer of skin peeled off, and I couldn't walk for like a week.
That's fun.
It really hurt.
That's good.
Anyway, you know what else stings? Getting punched in the face.
That's right.
That's why this is the Skurkuffle Awards, where we give awards to the most cinematic fights of the week. I just have to say, in the bizarre, like automatic breakdowns that Spotify gives, like those generated
those chapters.
The
AI generated chapter titles.
Yeah, the way they spelled Skurkuffle Awards.
You know,
I didn't even notice.
It had
How
a
did
K.
they spell that?
It
sounds like it would.
Jealous.
It does.
I
Yeah, there
thought
should
their
not be a
spelling
Q in there.
was better than mine. I was like, this is messed up,
Anyone,
man.
I like to just imagine people listening to this podcast for the first time. If that's you, leave a comment.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
And just wondering what Skurkuffle means. And you don't need to go all the way back to episode 1. I'll tell you right here, right now.
No, don't.
Nothing. It means nothing. It's a nonsense word.
Yes.
But we love it.
So let's get into our first Skurkuffle. So this was McDermott and Gadjovic.
Yeah.
During the Panthers game. This is why McDermott is here, to stop the Panthers' momentum from coming back into this game. So McDermott was doing one of his long wind-up punches where he uses his favorite one hand on the steering wheel. So like wind up, so it looks like it's going to throw off the other guy.
I took a note of that.
Yeah, I love it. And he just unleashed a flurry of right punches to Gadjovic's helmet. And Gadjovic summoned the spirit of a turtle this week and hiding his head. It's a common theme for him, I guess. And was able to unleash a few uppercuts without looking. And it did get McDermott at one point and knocked off his helmet. But McDermott was definitely relying on the hair technique with a flurry of punches to his back.
Yeah. Wait, what's the hair technique? What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know
like
what
the
that is.
hair, like the bunny, the turtle in the hair. I was going for like the whole metaphor. I tried.
I thought you meant hair, like hair on your head.
No,
and I thought you meant like
I thought it was a guy.
Hair, like the.
I thought you meant like he
bunny.
grabbed his hair and pulled it, and I was like, that's a little underhanded.
I thought it was a guy since it's capitalized. I thought it was someone's name.
You're right, it is.
You know, I don't know why it's capitalized. But I meant like hair, like a rabbit or a bunny, like super fast.
The one from the story.
Yeah.
Because
I got you.
At the end of this fight, it looked like I can't even say it.
Gadjovic.
Yeah.
Gadjovic.
Got him one good uppercut and knocked off his helmet. So all the Panther fans went, whoa. And I was like, no. This was still a clear win for Jersey, in my opinion.
And you know what? Even if they won that fight, who cares? Jersey won the game.
Exactly. And it's really about McDermott being out there and being like, you can't come out and fight us. I'm going to stop you.
I would be a turtle.
And then we just have to talk quickly about Kovacevic versus Duhaime. Because I heard the same thing, Sarah, and I just thought it felt wholesome because Curtis McDermott taught Kovacevic like specifically holds, and I guess he was too like excited to use them. He's like, I'm doing it. I'm going for a fight this one. So he's not really great with the punches, but he definitely used the holds that McDermott had taught him because he was able to use that in his size to overpower Duhaime and walk away with a win on this fight, even without throwing any punches. That was nice. I don't have any awards this week. Not yet.
Oh,
I'm holding it.
All right, fair enough.
All right, Allie.
Hello.
I'm excited. This is a long list.
I haven't seen it yet.
What are the whispers on the Twitter wins this week?
Whisper.
Well, first, I have a quick follow-up on a prior In My Medical Opinion segment. Nate Bastian, when he suffered his jaw injury, I was speculating whether or not he would need to be wired shut. Turns out he is wired shut. Womp womp.
Oh.
Yep. Smoothies for him.
Nate Bastian, Smoothie King. But apparently he's already been back to practice in like a cage mask. So
yeah.
Wow.
He probably won't play anytime soon, at least for a couple of weeks. It takes, I said, probably at least 6 weeks for it to heal, even being wired. And then I guess get the wires removed and all of that. But the fact that he's able to practice in the cage mask, that's a good sign. And apparently he's, still feeling well enough to, get out there and participate in events with the Devils, because some people got to meet him last weekend at the annual season ticket holder signing. And his people said he was, still trying to make conversation and be like,
don't do it.
Friendly with people around the wires.
Like, it's okay, man. I get it.
Which I thought was really sweet. Other people did not find someone else so sweet, though.
Oh, God.
Can
we talk about the biggest drama this past week?
This drama.
Yeah.
Because it's so nonsensical. Like, just like there's no...
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
So this is an event that Devils hold every year. If you're not local, you've probably seen it on social media. But the season ticket holders, this is like one of the big events that they try to sell you on when they try to sell you season tickets. Because
they tried.
There's only so many actual events that the Devils do for ticket holders compared to some other teams. And so once a year towards, around this time every year, they send the whole team to the Prudential Center and they sit them behind booths or tables and they let all the season ticket members show up and get in lines to get stuff signed. And
Fun.
Every year it's absolute chaos for some reason or another. I've never once heard a good thing about this event.
Ooh.
Every year someone is unhappy. The lines are either way too long and disorganized. They have the players separated too far. I always hear the staff are really rude. Jesper Bratt always leaves early and then people get
Good
sad.
for him.
Good for him. Protecting his peace.
Yes.
Get the hell out of there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I would hate to do this as a player.
It doesn't sound fun.
If it's not set up well and it's not a good environment, it's why put your fans through that? If everyone's going to have a bad time.
It's only a 2-hour event, but there's a lot of season ticket holders. Maybe it's 2 to 3 hours. It's not very long. And it starts at a weird time. I want to say it's 4:30 in the afternoon. So if you have a 9 to 5 job,
then you're missing out.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't get any part of this.
No.
Interesting.
But Jack Hughes, obviously, his table had the longest line. It always does. It's Jack Hughes.
Of course. Yeah.
And because it's Jack Hughes, if he breathes, people are mad at him.
Yeah.
So what happened, this is one of those things where I was just late enough to the drama that I couldn't find a lot of the original posts, because by the time I had gotten there, most of them were already deleted. And there were so many posts happening that it was even hard to find screenshots. And the original Tumblr account that started all this deactivated. So what happened is that over on Devil's Tumblr, which is a scarier place than Devil's Twitter.
I don't like it over there. I've never been, but I don't like what happens over there.
I thank you for going there, Allie, because
every time I venture there and come back, I am a changed woman.
Yeah.
I feel the need to avert my eyes.
Yeah.
So a girl on Devil's Tumblr, I think this was like an anonymous person too. I don't think, like, I think it was someone who submitted a post, was saying something about how she did not have an enjoyable time at the signing because she found Jack Hughes to be kind of rude. And so a couple of other people, I think, corroborated this story. And some people were saying that basically Jack seemed kind of like reserved, kind of impatient, and just like signed things real quick, didn't really look up to make eye contact with people, and then just kind of like someone was like, he threw my item back at me. And
yeah, I'm sure he threw it.
And then some other people went on to say that he was only nice to the kids. You know, that's a terrible quality to have, being nice to children.
How bad of him to be nice to kids.
And how, you know, kids got like special treatment. They got extra time with him, extra time to take photos and stuff like that.
They're the kids.
Yeah.
That's who should get it.
To get the extra time.
Yeah.
I would be, if I was the parent, I would be, yes. Sorry, I'm calm.
This naturally sparked a whole debate over whether or not Jack Hughes is rude, if he's being mean, if he's just being stressed out because this line is so long and he's kind of shy and kind of reserved, and like this probably like really tires him out and makes him uncomfortable if he's not like he's not like Nate Bastian who's trying to have full conversations around his wired jaw. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Some people are just different. That's okay. But, you know, people were arguing about this. Tumblr accounts got deactivated. People got blocked. Screenshots were taken. And my only thought in the midst of this is the same thought I always have about Jack Hughes. I don't care if Jack Hughes is a bitch. I think they should let Jack Hughes be a bigger diva, personally.
Yes. I
think
agree.
it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
What I do think, what I would remind everyone is that one time Jack Hughes signed a girl's arm and she got it tattooed.
I forgot about that until this got resurfaced again.
And I just think he probably thinks about that a lot.
Every time he signs.
Every time he signs something, you know? I feel like that would haunt me.
That's a rough one. It would haunt me.
It's weird.
I would be upset, deeply upset.
And so I think maybe signings aren't his favorite thing anymore.
And he very much seems to be like an introverted guy. Don't be surprised when he is not your best friend in the world at these events. What are you, as even if you're like a teenager, what are you expecting here?
I'm expecting him to sign it.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hope they improve this situation for the future and just figure out how to do a freaking signing.
Girl, I hope every year is messier than the last, because this gives me some of the most fun
gives
drama.
You some good content. Yeah,
that's true.
It's my favorite kind because it's so low stakes.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah.
It's low stakes. Nobody's career is ending over this signing.
Yeah.
There are some recent devils who have done much worse things than this. So I will take
certainly.
this.
Mm-hmm.
If he's a little mean, so what?
If he's a little mean, go over to Nico's table. I'm sure he'll cheer you up. I'm sure he'll say something delightful and nice. Go say hi to Dougie. Go say hi to Nate Bastian. Ask him how the smoothies are. I'm sure
he will try to communicate
I'm
about
sure,
it.
Yep. I'm sure they'll give you some Eric Holla. Probably give you a little pep talk. They, you know,
Curtis Lazar, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you a little pat on the back.
Exactly.
My last little bit of chronic onlineness.
This is funny because this is me at the end of the statement.
I'm also in that category, actually.
Technically, I kind of am too.
Give it to us. Give it.
There was a picture that went viral, semi-viral, whatever. There's a picture getting passed around hockey Twitter of Becky Hill wearing, like, standing with her back to the camera, kind of like her head turned, like maybe like looking towards the camera, like in profile, and with her. Is this a PG-13 podcast? Her booty cheeks
certainly
out, sticking out.
Okay.
Of a Nico Hischier jersey.
Oh, well, that's weird.
And this,
and
this, the people did not like. If you don't know who Becky Hill is because you're an adult with a job,
that's me. I'm raising my hand.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is.
She's like an influencer girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't know. She's like an Instagram girl.
Is she hockey adjacent in any way? Or?
No, she's just kind of like an Instagram model-y type girl. But she has made herself hockey adjacent by apparently thirsting over Connor Bedard.
No. How old is she?
Good question. I want to say early 20s. Let's
All
see.
right. Okay. That's fine then.
But still, like,
Still not who I would have expected you to pull out of a
She's
list.
21.
All right.
Okay.
Not so weird then.
Yeah,
Okay.
it makes it less creepy.
Well, like,
But not who I would have expected still from a list.
I know his
Oh,
jaw's looking better.
jaw.
but
Yeah,
It's that
I guess.
jawline.
It really did something. Yeah.
The
It's
leap
not my
from
type,
Connor
man.
Bedard to Nico Heischer is definitely a
Yeah. So what happened
A
there?
cavern.
Why
Yes.
a Nico jersey?
I don't know. I don't think she was getting anywhere with Connor. And I think she probably
Huh.
knew better than to wear a Jack jersey.
Mm.
We already had one Jack scandal for the week. We couldn't take
That's
another
fair.
one.
She's like,
That's
you know
true.
what? I can't do it to them again.
You're gonna have to just show me this picture later because I just need to understand. Like,
God, you're gonna make me Google search Brecky.
okay, I
Hill.
can do it. I'll do it myself. I'll
God,
do
the
it
FBI
on
are gonna
mine.
knock at my door. It's
I'll-
fine. We can do
I'll
it in
do it on
private
mine.
mode.
Okay. I'm just so
Yeah.
curious.
Obviously, this led to a little bit of a meltdown of people, saying how they don't want Brecky Hill to date Nico Heischer, blah, 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 blah. I think
He sure is not going to date Brecky Hill.
I think he
don't think that
should just
is
to be
happening either.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah, if he did it as just like a
A hee hee ha ha
video performance piece of like
video performance.
that'd be really
piece.
funny.
That classic story of fake dating in a video performance piece,
Fake dating to real dating book trope. That's what the book talk NHL
what-
girlies are
This
here
is what the
for.
girlies like,
Just saying. Nico
There could
could,
be
sell a
something
lot
there.
of books. This
Fair enough.
actually reminds me, I think that I might have a third thing. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
Let me check my phone real quick. Oh, I do have a third thing.
okay.
what's the third thing?
Speaking of hockey book talk, we've talked about this before, right? How there's like this trend of like hockey smut books.
Yes.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I
yes.
cannot bring myself to read. I think they're funny because I've seen people post like excerpts and the general grasp of basic hockey in these things is like
It's
so
non-existent. Yeah.
It's non-existent. And I think
Yeah.
that's funny. But I also am like a boring person who can't read smut without
Oh.
turning bright red. I just don't have
It's not that. It's just it's written so bad. It's written so bad. You can find better stuff on Wattpad. Come on.
for free.
For free.
So there was an excerpt from one of these books. I don't even know which one that got posted on Instagram. And I don't know. I don't have any other context. But what's interesting is that it was posted, I think, by the author because it looks like one of those sponsored posts that when like you're clicking through stories comes up and it
Okay.
says like C.R. Jane author sponsored. And then there's like a learn more link where I think you could click on it and like get to the actual book. Shannon, can I enlist you once more to do a dramatic reading?
Sure.
I'm going to hand you my
I
phone.
can't wait.
Okay.
Can you read this excerpt for us?
Oh,
Absolutely.
I can't wait for this. This is gonna be so good.
I was fined $5,000 tonight, Anastasia, Camden said calmly. Do you know why that is? I shook my head slowly, unable to look away from him. Because my girlfriend decided to trade her first row ticket for one up in the nosebleeds without telling me, which prompted me to pull out my phone for the first time in my professional career, ... during a game. What is this?
Oh, geez. Oh, you weren't kidding with the lack of hockey IQ. Oh my God.
I don't even understand what I just read.
You know,
How is he pulling out his phone in the game? Where is he keeping it?
yeah, in the secret phone pocket. You
In
know,
the phone pocket?
Linus Olmark knows where it is.
Oh my God, that's true. I forgot about that.
Oh, it's so good. Was he logging into the team iPad?
Maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe.
I really hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's so many questions here. Where is he hiding his phone? How?
That's- wait,
Why-
and he got fined $5,000. Not for taking his phone out, but because his girlfriend
Mhm.
sat somewhere else.
I think the fine is for taking his phone out because he noticed
Because he noticed
that
his
Oh,
his
okay.
girlfriend was missing
and traded
Okay.
her.
And wanted, maybe
Yeah.
he got his phone out to like figure out where she was.
Okay.
Because she like traded her front row seat for something.
Because
and
you
then
know
it was
how the
okay.
girlfriends famously sit in the
Yeah,
front
they sit in the
row.
front row. Yeah.
You see
That's
them all the
why
time down
we
there.
see them all the time like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, 5,000 is the most you can get fined. What the hell?
That means that if that's
insane.
if that's where you get fined for pulling out your phone, then Linus Olmark, that was an expensive tweet.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
Well, let's not worry about that.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
not worry about it.
Because this is the segment where we don't worry about it. Because sometimes I'm saying random shit. And the announcers do it too. So this week, we got a lot of goodies in here. One of them, I'm just going to move this one because I want this one to be last. Because I
man.
have a story about it.
Oh man.
And I heard it this morning. This
Oh.
morning. It was too much. All right. So first we got Jack Hughes creeps out of the box. This was after his unsportsmanlike conduct when he came out of the penalty
A
box.
little bashful.
But I just thought that was so funny. He creeps out because only Jack Hughes would creep out of the box.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You should have tried army crawling.
It works.
Next we
Yeah.
got Hollow Pounds on it.
Ew.
Moving on.
Nice.
It leaks through Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky. But
Yep.
then in the same train of thought, instead of squirt out, I heard a new word this week. It was squitters and skitters. I think he
Oh,
was
sure.
trying to say like it's skittered out, but I heard
Yeah.
squitters. With
I
the
like
Q.
Squitter.
Squitters
That's
is
nice.
fine.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
it's better than squirt.
Yeah.
Skip it.
Yeah.
Anything is.
Much
Yep.
better. I love this one. Jack Hughes was spilled.
As he often is.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
Luke Hughes has been dancing.
Tip tap.
What kind of dancing do you think?
A waltz.
Oh, I
very
pictured
nice.
him doing some like what is it when you're like spinning on your head?
Breakdancing?
Break dancing.
But like Ray Gun
Mm.
from the Olympic style.
Yes. Yes.
Next we got we will use the 9-iron to get it out.
Golf metaphors.
I just think it's
Yes.
funny. Like someone's just gonna pull it out from their back. You're like, all right.
Specifically the 9-iron.
You've
Yep.
got the secret cell phone pocket and the secret 9-iron pocket.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Yeah. Stick a fork in that puck. I love
Yummy.
this
That's
visual of just stabbing a puck with a fork.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough at baking to like make the fake cake as a make the puck look like a cake.
Sarah,
thingy.
have your sister do that.
I was just gonna say I can maybe try and convince my sister, but
Did you ask her to make it gluten free?
yeah.
I love this one because I also heard this one. And when I saw it already on the list, I was so excited.
Mm.
Handy dandy wedge from Timo Meyer.
He's like, I picture like a workman, like
Handy dandy.
fixing a
Yeah.
broken something.
Using his hammer on stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
that-
Bob the Builder style.
Exactly.
It's way better than what I was picturing. I've been like very into Parmesan cheese right now. So I was picturing a wedge of cheese.
Shannon's in her Parmesan cheese era.
She's in her Parmesan cheese era. I took
really
this as
am.
another golf thing because a wedge is a type of.
Oh.
Oh,
That
we don't
was-
know anything about golf.
Probably the actual reference.
Yeah.
They're making too many golf references.
There's a lot of golf happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad will be
And-
happy about this.
Yeah, he'll have to help us with this.
Yeah.
The last one here, I don't even want to say it, but
You
I
gotta say it, Shannon.
heard
You volunteered
this-
to read the smut.
Yeah, I
This is
did.
practice.
I wasn't
Yeah.
even sure if I heard it correctly. So I
God.
rewound the play and put the closed captioning on just to confirm I heard this correctly.
Wow.
Because Daniel Kovacevic rubs out Duhaime.
Ew.
Oh man.
And we're just really not going to worry
Not
about it.
worrying. Nope.
Allie, it's not PG-13. So let's move on into our It Boy of the Week.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
I didn't even think about it. I haven't even.
Oh my
I
gosh.
picked one just
decide.
because.
We're doing that, are we?
Oh,
Yep.
I actually
okay.
have one.
Then I have a nomination.
Okay.
Okay,
whoa,
so we all do.
So thought about it. We got it.
All right.
All right. Are you guys ready for my nomination?
Yes.
I have a
Yes.
classic nomination whenever I just need to pick an It Boy of the Week.
Gee.
Just because
Who could it be?
I am nominating
I wish people could see me.
Nico Heischer's mom.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
She was there.
I like that.
I liked how you fooled me.
But yeah, see, I
Yeah,
wasn't going to
you
nominate
got me.
Nico.
You got me
I
good.
picked someone adjacent.
Yeah.
So
I like it. I'm going to nominate Jacob Markstrom for his 500 games. And also, I like him.
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm still going to give what I was thinking. I wanted to nominate Luke Hughes as truly like he has been working so hard defensively. So I wanted to give him credit. But I think for Markstrom's 500th game, I have to agree with you, Sarah. I'm sorry, Allie.
Katya was robbed. I looked her name up while you were
sorry.
talking. She was robbed.
I'm sorry. It's got to be Markstrom.
I
coming
think
in.
she's lovely,
Yeah, no, I agree. Jacob Markstrom.
but I just like him.
Yeah,
You know,
I like
why
him
not?
too.
Yeah. And do you remember way back in the beginning of the episode when Shannon was voguing into the camera?
Oh, crap.
I do, yes.
So Shannon, if she was a type of dance, I guess would be voguing, right?
Yeah.
So if Jacob Markstrom were a type of dance, I'm going to say he's a tango.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I love that.
I
Mhm.
think so.
I think Siegenthaler's like foxtrot.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Jack
like
I
Hughes.
don't know why.
Jack would be a square dance.
Jack is
Yeah.
definitely a square dance. Completely.
Eric Holla, line dance.
Oh.
Different but similar.
Cruel.
Ooh. Who's Samba?
Oh, samba.
Dougie?
Dougie would samba. I don't know if
I
it would be
see that.
good.
I don't know if it would be good, but
But I
he
think
would
he
give
would-
it his best. you
Yeah.
know?
It would be, he
Yeah.
would have fun.
It would be endearing.
Yeah.
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 I was going to say Timo might be the hustle. It's just two
Timo's
steps.
so definitely the hustle. Who's like
Well-
a tap dance?
My mind went to Nate Bastian for no reason at all.
Nate Bastian tap dance. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're doing some real logical things here
Yeah.
on this show.
So we're going to dance it out this week. Nobody could see me, but this has been Hot Girls Hockey. Tune in next week for more sugar.
Spice.
And everything ice.
If you like our show, please leave us a rating. You can comment on Spotify. Go check out our TikTok, Hot Girls Hockey Pod, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on YouTube and tweet at us at HotGirlsHockey_.